Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast, brought to you by DirecTV, 1-800-259-7646. Also brought to you by RVWheelator.com. If you're buying an RV or selling an RV, check out RVWheelator.com and the Dollar Shave Club. Here's John and Heidi.
Thank you so much for listening on a Tuesday. Hey, baby, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Very good. My beautiful wife joining me here for another fabulous radio program. We always have fun on Tuesdays, though, because we call your dad.
We do. Tuesdays with Charlie.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. For those of you who are fairly new listeners, every Tuesday we pick up the phone and call my father-in-law just because we can. It's just a bunch of silliness. We chat with him, talk about whatever he has on his mind. Then we come up with questions to ask him. And if you would like to ask him a question, you can send those to us. Send it to us, so just US, at johnandheidishow.com. And if you struggle on any of that, just Google it and maybe you'll find us on there. Hey, there's been 1,000 chemicals discovered in a cup of coffee, but of these, less than 100 of them have actually been tested. 14 of them have been known to cause cancer in rats.
Ooh.
That's not good.
That's not good.
I'm thinking about
I'll
maybe
still drink coffee, but that's not good.
Maybe over to tea, maybe. That's kind of scary. Stick around. We get a lot of fun stuff on the way on the John and Heidi Show.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Dollar Shave Club. Get razors for $1 a month plus a few bucks shipping, so you can enjoy fresh razors every month for as little as $3. Learn more at dollarshaveclub.com/radio.
A local zoning dispute in Naugatuck, Connecticut. Naugatuck? I don't know how you say that. Anyway, it's become a battle of good versus evil, Heidi. The owners of a photo store put a sign in their front window urging motorists to beep for Christ. So people driving by, beep, honking their horn. Then another owner in a neighboring tattoo store thought, you know what, I'm going to have some fun. He said, honk twice for Satan. So now there's beep, merp, merp, beep, merp, merp, all day long. And town officials are responding right now by ordering the signs to be removed. They're like, no signs, asking people to honk for anybody, for any reason. Because it's becoming a noise issue. Can you imagine that? Living in that area where there'd be people honking all the time? It would just be nothing but honking. Either way.
I'm just not even going to comment on this one.
That your lip is turning purple. What's going on? All right. Coming up here in a bit, we've got a fun story that you know is true because you heard it on the radio.
This portion of the program is brought to you by RVWheelator.com. If you want to buy or sell an RV, go to RVWheelator.com. List your RV for free. Learn more at RVWheelator.com.
Time now to hear a fascinating story. I always scour the internet and find things that are just unbelievable for this little segment I like to call You Heard It on the Radio. So when you make your dinner reservations, you might want to avoid this restaurant. Chez Venture in Paris, France. I've never been to Paris. You kind of look tired over there. You all right?
I'm very tired.
Am I boring you?
No, not at all. It's just fascinating edge of your seat
I've never been to Paris. Have you been to Paris?
No.
If we go, we're not going to go here. A trendy cafe uses the stomach of extremely fat men as tables.
Ew.
The couple sits across. They sit cross-legged on either side of a 350-pound man.
Oh, that's disgusting.
That's laying there, laying on his back with his belly covered by a tablecloth. The human tables have never caused food or drink to be spilled. And, of course, Chez Venture is not only proper to tip the waiter, but you're also supposed to tip the table as well. So,
oh, my gosh.
I'm not exactly sure who would say, hey, where do you want to go tonight? I don't know. Let's go to that place where we eat off of a rather large man.
That is disgusting.
350-pound men laying on their backs, and you sit on the floor cross-legged so you get to eat off of this person. I don't know why you'd want to do that.
Whose idea was
I don't know. All I know is I'm thinking, if I really tried by the end of the summer, I could weigh enough to be a table.
No, please don't.
I'm trying to go the other direction. But
that is so gross.
If I really put my heart into it, Heidi, I'm just saying. And also my stomach into it, I guess.
That's just the grossest thing I've ever heard.
Being a large man myself, and I'm not 350 pounds, but, I'm enough to know that nobody would want to eat off of my tummy. No way.
Gross.
This doesn't even sound like a good idea. No. So it's called Chez Venture, and that's spelled Chezventre. Maybe it's Ventre. I don't know. I've been known to pronounce things incorrectly. Sometimes on purpose. But that's in Paris, France. And you know it's true because you heard it on the radio.
The John and Heidi Show is brought to you in part by the Keystone Treatment Center.
This is your brain, and this is your brain on drugs. We share silly stories here on the program, but addiction is no joke. If you or someone you know suffers with an addiction to drugs or alcohol, make today the day you seek help.
Call toll-free 844-204-1055.
That's a toll-free number. Again?
844-204-1055.
And this is your brain on drugs. An officer's squad car in Hobart, Indiana was nearly totaled in a crash that lasted about 30 minutes. And this was, the crash. Let's try that again.
I was going to say, wow.
That was one heck of a crash. No, that was 30 minutes into his first day as a police officer. That's what I meant to say. Somebody smashed into his car parked outside.
We talked about this.
Did we?
Yes, we did.
First day on the job, drove into a tree.
And then he had to go back to work and tell everybody he totaled the car already.
The man tested positive for drugs, taken to the hospital. A collision bent a rear axle of a squad car.
Yeah, we did.
He spent the rest of his day working on paperwork. I clearly am losing my mind. There's something about this that rings a little true. That I remember.
We definitely read this.
Was that just recently?
Yes.
Apparently it was in two different places where I searched for my fabulous Brain on Drugs news. Have no time for anything new, so that's what you get, the leftovers. If I'd have known better, I would have wrapped those in some sort of tinfoil.
Because remember I talked about this and I said my cousin hit a police officer once. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Hey, this is your Brain on Drugs. Thanks for joining us on a Tuesday.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Keystone Treatment Center. Addiction is no laughing matter. Call Keystone Treatment Center toll-free at 1-844-204-1055.
Now your moment of duh. A ticking alarm clock gave the bomb squad police a wake-up call in Wichita, Kansas. The city's bomb squad was called to an apartment complex at 2 a.m. That's an early morning call. Neighbors heard something ticking inside of a mailbox. They feared that it would be a bomb, so they called the bomb squad. As it turns out, it was an alarm clock being sent as a gift to a resident of the apartment complex. So it wasn't a bomb. The bomb squad showed up to help him unwrap his alarm clock. It was probably destroyed while they opened it. So don't send an alarm clock. And if you do, don't wind it up first so it's ticking.
Well, yeah, it shouldn't be ticking. That's
not a good idea. All right. We have your scoop of the day coming your way here in a moment. And also, today is a Tuesday. You know what that means, don't you?
Tuesdays with Charlie.
Yeah, we have Tuesdays with Charlie. And I got some good questions for him today. If you've got a question that you'd like us to ask next week, be sure to shoot an email to us. Send it to us, that's just US, at johnandheidishow.com.
The scoop of the day is brought to you by Wells Blue Bunny. If you want delicious ice cream, be sure to look for the Blue Bunny. Sure to have your favorite flavors. Learn more at bluebunny.com.
Now, your scoop of the day. You ready for this, Heidi?
I am ready.
The dating site for married people that are interested in having affairs, ashleymadison.com. They were hacked last week.
I read this.
The hackers say they were not looking for money. They just wanted to shut the site down. Otherwise, they were going to make everybody's all these users' records public. So there's 37 million people that use that site. I am not one of them. I have no interest in that. So, and if you're using that site, no, here's the thing. I'm just saying right now, if you're using that site, I don't want to judge you because thou shalt not judge. It's not up to me. But think about this. Why? Why are you doing that? It doesn't make any sense.
If you're unhappy, just move on.
Yeah, doesn't make any sense at all. All right. A new study shows 3/4 of men and 2/3 of women in America are now obese or overweight. According to CBN, it's an increase of more than 10% since the 1990s. Researchers at the Washington University School of Medicine studied information on more than 15,000 men and women ages 25 and older between 2007 and 2012. From that survey, they estimated 67.6 million Americans are obese in 2012, and 65.2 were overweight. So what if you're both? Because I think I'm overweight, but I think my double chin is obese. All right. Hey, a grandmother in England celebrated a life-changing $6 million lottery winning. Wow. Guess what she did with her money? What she did with some of her money, like the first thing she did.
What?
She bought some new slippers.
Oh, isn't
that cool?
Sweet?
I'm getting some new slippers. Studies suggest that children of older fathers have lower IQs generally than those who have younger fathers. That makes no sense. You'd think it'd be the other way around. So if you were if you were born while your dad was older, your IQ, according to this study, would be lower than like a sibling that was born when your father was younger. I don't understand that. Does logging into Facebook make you feel sad?
Oh, well,
Like
I guess
everybody
it
else
depends
is
on what I
having
see.
everybody else is having more fun than you?
Oh, no, nobody has more fun than
I was
me.
going to say, you might be the exception because I'm pretty sure you have more fun than anybody. Maybe you're just overestimating how happy your friends are. Research out of Stanford University suggests that we misgauge our friends' negative feelings and we feel worse about ourselves. According to Alex Jordan, the lead researcher, he explained that some people tend to focus on negative aspects of their own lives, but positive aspects of others. People think, why am I alone on Saturday night? Why am I not in a relationship? They look online and they see everybody else out having fun. He says when people overestimate the happiness of friends, they felt more negatively about their own lives. Here's the thing. Just have fun. Even if you're at home, even if you're alone, you can still have fun.
And if
you don't need to be
Facebook
out.
makes you sad, get off of Facebook.
There you go. Get off, pick up a book and read. Amazing how much fun that would be. Did you know that 200 trillion text messages are received in America every day?
I don't doubt that.
It's more than a year's worth of regular mail that's received in America. 3,339. That's the average number of texts sent by American teens every month. 3,300 texts every month. Texting is the number 2 use of cell phones. What do you think number 1 is?
Searching the web.
Wrong.
Oh.
Checking the time.
Oh, well,
It's the number 1 use. I do that all the
I
time.
do that
I used
too.
to, on this wrist over here, I used to wear a watch.
Yeah.
Not anymore. An Iowa State University study found that wives have more power over decisions at home than husbands do.
I would agree with that completely.
Study was called, Are You Serious? You had to do a study? A German scientist says that an evil dark patch shows up on your brain when they're scanning the brains of criminals. There's an evil dark patch on the
Really?
brains of criminals. That's interesting. Recently, a Los Angeles robbery suspect was put in a lineup and asked to repeat the words, "Give me all your money or I'll shoot." When he was asked to say it, he said, "Wait a minute, that's not what I said."
Oh, funny.
Oh, and your strange law. It is illegal to tie a giraffe to a telephone pole in Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know why.
I think that's a good law.
But it is. All right, that's your strange law. And this has been your Scoop of the Day.
This portion of the program is brought to you by RoughToughKennels.com. Dog kennels and accessories sent to your front door wherever you live. Your dog deserves it. Learn more at RoughToughKennels.com.
Time now for my favorite program of the entire week. We pick up the phone and call my father-in-law just because we can for a little program we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie. How you doing, Charlie?
You know, it just amazes me. Is this the best you got all week?
It is.
It is.
You know,
You're the star.
Everything goes downhill from here.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
You're in the pooper already.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got some good questions for you, though, so I'm excited to get to those. But first, what do you have for us today?
Hey, did you know what the first sport to be filmed was?
I'm going to say soccer.
Close. Boxing.
How is that close?
They're sports.
They're both sports.
Well, smart.
Well, that makes sense.
1894.
Oh, wow.
I bet that was some really good film back then.
I'll bet it was. It was probably a good fight, too.
Hey, and then here's something my staff come up with, and I have no idea what they are. There are 7 letters that look the same upside down as right side up.
H-I, capital I anyway. O, have to come up with some more. But I could see that. Z, N, capitals. I don't know how many I just came up with
I
there.
don't know how many came up. You came up with quite a few on the spot. That's actually kind of sexy.
Thank you.
That's pretty impressive.
I do what I can.
I am impressed. You forgot X, though, the easiest one.
Oh, I did.
Oh, yeah, you didn't say. You said Z.
I didn't get to X.
No, you didn't.
That's way down the line.
That's the way your alphabet works. Z comes before X.
Does it really? No, it doesn't.
In your language, it does.
X, Y, Z. There you go. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, then, today, more pictures are taken every 2 minutes that were taken in the entire 19th century.
We are a snap-happy society these days.
With your cell phones, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, then the first penny, you know what the motto on it was?
In God we trust.
Nope, mind your own business.
It was not.
It was, too.
It was not. Who told you that?
I got this from the mint where they're printed.
You
The very pennies. Mind your own business. Look it up.
I will be checking that one because I don't believe that at all.
We're going to throw the flag on that one.
Hey,
sure.
and speaking of checking that out, how'd the spam thing go? You didn't do it, did you?
Oh, I forgot to have my spam. I told Heidi to remind me. She forgot to remind me, so it's her fault.
I didn't forget.
Today's the day. Charlie, I'll make that happen today.
Hey, who was Baby Ruth candy bar named after?
Ruth Cleveland, President Cleveland's daughter.
Yes, it was. Very good.
Thank you.
Hey, then, did you ever watch the show Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like that.
You know that Will Smith is now older than Uncle Phil was in the first season.
Oh, wow.
Really?
That's crazy.
Wow, that makes you feel old.
James Emery was 45 and Smith is now 46.
Man, that is, time flies. The kid that sang Parents Just Don't Understand is now a parent that just doesn't understand.
There you go. Hey, then I got one last thing here for you.
And what's that?
The largest number of children born to one woman is 69.
Whoa.
What? Ever?
From
69.
1725 to 1765, a Russian woman gave birth to 16 sets of twins,
Oh my
7
gosh.
sets of triplets, and 4 sets of quadruplets.
By the end, I suppose the kids just kind of fell out.
Well, you wouldn't want to jump up and down because they'd go boom, boom, boom.
That is crazy.
Imagine hiring a babysitter.
Yeah. That's before they had cars, but if they had to have cars, imagine what they would have had to drive. That's a lot of 69 kids. That's crazy.
69 kids.
All right. Well, Charlie, I tried to come up with questions here of all the fabulous questions that were submitted, things that I think you might actually know some of this stuff.
Well, I doubt it.
Well, you never know. There have been times that you and I have gone and sang karaoke together. So I thought I would maybe ask this question that was submitted. What does the word karaoke mean in Japanese?
Sing like a bird.
No. It means empty orchestra.
Oh.
So it's just the music without the words. Empty orchestra is karaoke. It's Japanese.
Well, isn't that special?
Yeah. Now, here's another one that I think you might... I don't know if you'll know this or not, but I think you'll like it. In 1971, Dirty Harry... Remember that movie?
Yep.
Who played Dirty Harry?
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood. You got that. But who was the role originally intended for? Do you know?
No, I don't.
Frank Sinatra.
I can't imagine him.
Nor
as
can
Dirty
I.
Harry.
Work.
And after he refused it, they offered it to John Wayne. Then he refused it. They offered it to Paul Newman. And then he refused it. And finally they said, okay, we'll have this guy named Clint. You go ahead and do it.
He was the best guy for the role. Anyway.
I can't imagine any of those other guys as Dirty Harry. I think they picked the right guy.
Yes, they did.
Well, Charlie, it's been a lot of fun chatting. If you've got a question for Charlie, send it to us, and you send it to us at johnandheidishow.com. Just us at johnandheidishow.com, and we'll have your question next week. Charlie, you have a great week. We'll talk to you then.
Okay. Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
All right, bye-bye. My father-in-law right there, we talk to him every Tuesday just because we can with a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
This portion of the program is brought to you by carsforsale.com. If you're in the market to buy a car, truck, or van, find thousands of vehicles to choose from at carsforsale.com.
Today is a very special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
Well, I thought you'd never ask. Today is Tuesday. It is the 28th day of July. That means we are almost done with this month as well. Every month, it just seems like it's going faster and faster.
I can't believe another month is almost done.
Like, I can almost touch August from here. August starts on Saturday. How did that happen?
That's crazy.
So anyway, back to today, the 28th day of July. Today is Buffalo Soldiers Day. That's cool.
What does that mean, Buffalo Soldiers?
Buffalo Soldiers, that's it's a military... Well, we'll chat when we get off the air. I'll explain to you what that is.
You don't know either.
Oh, I do. We don't have time right now. It's also National Milk Chocolate Day, which is delicious, and it's World Hepatitis Day. So if I have to choose a way to celebrate today, pretty sure it's going to be with milk chocolate and not hepatitis. I sure hope.
Well, that's good to know.
I'm going to have milk chocolate, and for good measure, I'm going to have it with chocolate milk. How's that sound?
Sounds awesome.
Just want to make sure I'm doubly covered, just in case. Today is a special day. Get out and celebrate the 28th day of July.
This portion of the program is brought to you by StoneGroupArchitects.com. It's more than a building. It's design and function working together. Check out the project portfolio at StoneGroupArchitects.com.
Pimples. Did you ever have problems with pimples when you were a kiddo?
Not really. Every once in a while I would get one
here and there.
Yeah, but not really.
When I was a kid, I had a friend that had a terrible issue with that. I always felt so sorry for him because he would try and try and try, and it just wouldn't.
I had a friend like that.
He even
too.
had
It was
medication
awful.
stuff.
Yeah.
So, well, it's estimated 80% of all people between the ages of 11 and 30 have skin problems, or at least they claim skin problems, and there's not really a cure for pimples. They form with your tiny little hair follicles get clogged, blocking the normal exit pathway for oil to escape to the surface of the skin. Cosmetics and drugs such as lithium and genetics also contribute to the problem. Contrary to popular belief, scrubbing them can actually make things worse. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Experts found that cleaning twice a day is probably the best. Go ahead and have a candy bar or a greasy burger. Researchers found that your diet has very little to do with acne. Now, that is something I always heard.
I always heard that too, but
apparently that's not true.
Yeah.
They found that drinking milk may be a problem, but they're not really sure. Drinking lots of water does not help. Ingredients in over-the-counter soaps and lotions that contain benzoyl peroxide and salicylic acid and sulfur can help, and dermatologists can prescribe antibiotics, although there is no miracle cure. However, don't pick at them. Yeah, Mom was right. Leave them alone, because it's almost always going to make it worse.
Ugh.
So if you have little problems with that, and that's one of the things that I'm really fortunate that I didn't have a ton, because when I'd even get one, I'd be poking at it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's this thing?
you still
Jabbing at
poke
it.
it,
What's this?
whatever you get on
Like,
your...
would you stop scratching and
Yeah.
itching? And here's the weird thing. Even just talking right now, I feel like I'm going to have to keep my hands down. Talking about this makes me like I'm itchy right now. And if we brought up the other day, our kids got home from camp and you mentioned ticks, and for like 45 minutes I was on a tick searching mess. I was thinking for sure I had one somewhere. All right. On the way, there's no business like shoe business. We're going to chat about that coming up.
This portion of the program is brought to you by DirecTV, 1-800-259-7646. Also brought to you by RVWheelator.com. If you're buying an RV or selling an RV, check out RVWheelator.com and the Dollar Shave Club. Here's John and Heidi.
When I was a kid, there was this pretty cool cartoon called The Flintstones. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember how they would drive? Their feet would stick out of the bottom of the car, and that's how they would stop?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what happened here. This guy's shoes were brake shoes, apparently. An airport worker stopped a jet from crossing a busy road in Israel after its brakes failed. Here's how. He jammed his shoe under the wheels. Wisely, his foot was not in the shoe at the time. He averted a potential disaster by using his shoe to stop a 100-ton
Really?
Lithuanian airline Boeing 737 jet carrying 130 people. It was at Tel Aviv's Ben Gurion Airport.
That is fascinating.
He yelled to the pilot in Russian to step on the brakes, but the driver yelled back that the brakes didn't work. He took off his shoe and jammed him under the wheel and stopped the plane from having a crash. So I wonder if he's going to have like a movie based on this. It's gonna be a movie.
If there is, it's going to be played by Tom Hanks.
Yeah, probably. He was Captain Phillips. Now he's going to be Captain Sully. They have to teach him Russian to play this role. One of my favorites was our kids were the right age. When the movie came out, Polar Express, we were watching that. I'm like, Tom Hanks played every character in that. Like, what is the deal with that? I love Tom Hanks as much as the next guy, but come on.
Spread the wealth.
Yeah. There's some people looking for work, Tom. All right. Thank you so much for joining us on the John and Heidi Show.
This portion of the program is brought to you by GunUp.com. If you're a gun lover, you'll be in heaven at GunUp.com. Built by experienced military veterans, shooting sports competitors, and publishing professionals. They have awesome stories and articles that are read by millions of gun enthusiasts. Check it out at GunUp.com.
Thank you so much for joining us on a Tuesday. Take a listen to this. Some Malaysian colleges may soon offer courses on how to keep a public restroom clean.
What?
Yeah. Government officials say the courses would involve managing washrooms by the highest standard in design and sanitation technology. Malaysia's government recently said that they wanted to start a toilet revolution in a country where public restrooms have long been nauseating and terrible places citizens just don't like. Tourists won't go there.
Oh.
Their lack of basic items like toilet paper and soap, and even sometimes
you gotta have toilet paper.
and sometimes toilet seats are missing.
Oh.
So they're now starting a college course on keeping the restroom clean. So I'm not exactly sure what that major would be on. What's your major? Cleaning bathrooms?
Huh.
And honestly, if you do that for a living, more power to you, because I wouldn't want to do it, but there are people who they love doing that. You know, they love taking care of that kind of stuff.
Well, I wouldn't say there's probably anybody who loves doing it.
I bet there is. I bet there's somebody that they walk into a restroom and that is their place. That is their domain. So, and if you are, Malaysia has a college course for you. Coming up, going to talk about a comfortable seat at a ball game. It's on the way.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Dollar Shave Club. You can get razors sent to your door each month for just $1 plus a couple of bucks shipping. It's an amazing deal. Log on to dollarshaveclub.com/radio to learn more. That's dollarshaveclub.com/radio. Now, back to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
I don't think I've ever really considered seats at any stadium comfortable.
No.
We went to a concert not too long ago, and I was at the concert sitting, and it wasn't terrible, but I was thinking it sure would be nice to have like another inch of legroom. I'm not tall, and my knees were pretty much hitting the person's seat in front of me. Our son is tall, and I felt sorry for him because he has to sit like with one leg over here and one leg under him.
Yeah, I guess I didn't even look to see how he was sitting.
It's very uncomfortable, but comfortable seats at a game, that's a good thing, but only if they're facing the right way. One of England's baseball stadiums, they're having a difficult time. Contractors working on a stadium in England, apparently they're not into sports because in an attempt to increase Bradford City Stadium capacity from 7,000 to 25,000, 9 new executive boxes were being added to the stadium. After the first 6 were installed, somebody noticed that they were all facing the parking lot instead of the inner part of the stadium. The good news is they discovered the problem before any teams were scheduled to play in the stadium.
Oh, my goodness.
So somebody was up there checking things out. They're like, wow, this is really nice. We have nice new executive seating. Wait
a minute.
What are you guys doing? The windows should be on this side.
Oh, that is
really
just funny.
Well, there's a game going on over there. This would be fun to watch the parking lot activity. I'm not exactly sure why you'd want to do that.
Oh, man.
We've only a few times ever got to sit in a box somewhere.
Yeah.
And that is pretty cool. I would be okay doing that.
I'd be okay doing that all the time.
I'd go to sporting events
used to that
I don't even care for.
Which sporting events do you care for?
I'm just saying. Even if I don't care for the sporting event, if you're going to be sitting in the box, that's kind of cool. It's basically just like a house party with a game going on out the window. It's kind of fun.
With a giant big screen
TV.
Like,
wow, what's going on out there? I don't know. Anybody got some more Pringles? All right. Thanks for joining us. You're listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
This portion of the program is brought to you by DirecTV. Call 1-800-259-7646. They have hundreds of channels to choose from, with many packages to fit your viewing desires. Learn more at 1-800-259-7646.
This is a cool story that is really cool with an undertone of kind of creepy all at the same time.
All right.
But I'd say more cool than creepy. A stranger has changed a child's life simply by posting a photo on the internet. The creepy part is what this could have been, but the cool part is what it really was.
Okay.
College student Joyce Torfikina, we'll just call her Joyce, posted photos of a boy. I don't know. Torfranca? I don't know. Posted photos of a boy in the Philippines who was doing homework in a makeshift desk on a city sidewalk.
I saw this picture.
This was in the Philippines.
This.
His mother was working in a nearby store. She loaded the photo online, and it was shared more than 9,000 times. Now others are donating money and school supplies to Daniel, and a local politician has even given the boy a scholarship to pay for his education to get him all the way through college. Daniel is the young man that's in the photo.
Yeah.
So he kind of put this little desk together. He was sitting there doing homework,
studying.
Well,
they're homeless, and the mother works like 3 or 4 jobs.
Yeah.
And this boy still is dedicated to getting his education. And
That's awesome.
And he has to work really late outside because he has no light. So he sets up his little desk right underneath the street light.
That is really
very
neat.
Cool. Our kids have a beautiful bedroom. They've got a great desk. Both
lights.
of them computers, and we can't get them to do their homework for anything. But this little boy. Sitting on a street corner.
If you would like to read
awesome.
The story, I have not seen this photo. Heidi has. I'm glad you have, because it's nice that you know what we're talking about, because I don't. But I do have the website. I'm going to go check it out. In the story, it says you can go to goodnewsnetwork.org to see the photo and read the story about this life-changing Kodak moment.
Yeah,
think about
cool.
how cool this is, that this student, Joyce, who I will not try her last name again, snapped a photo. She threw this photo on the internet, and this kid has a college scholarship.
That's awesome.
And funds for their local schools from people all around the world. And the cool thing is that it was all being used for good. Just imagine if something negative were to happen, how many more times that photo would have been shared. Probably 10 billion, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm so glad that when good news spreads, that's why I always try to share something positive at the end of the program. Because, you know, It's time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. We appreciate you joining us. We're trying to always end this on a positive note. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow. We've got a really fun program set up for tomorrorow. If my calendar is correct, tomorrow is Wednesday. And you know who we're going to be talking to tomorrow?
Who?
Jeff Bova.
I was just going to say that.
Jeff Bova. And he's got a really cool thing called Harmonize Your Home. He's a Grammy award-winning musician. And they came up with this thing that you're supposed to play in your home to, like, harmonize your home. It's fascinating. I'm excited to talk to him about it. It's all coming up on tomorrow's show.
Time now for the bonus break. Only available here on the John and Heidi Show podcast.
And your bonus break is brought to you by the Dollar Shave Club. You can shave time and shave money by joining us at the dollarshaveclub.com/radio. Go check it out and save a bunch of money. You don't have to go to the store anymore. Well, you're still going to have to go there to get milk. Until they come up with Dollar Milk Club, you're going to still have to go there.
I would join Dollar Milk Club.
I would go also Dollar Bread Club. What the heck? Let's do it all. Dollar Toilet Paper Club. I'm into this, but they don't have those yet. But they do have Dollar Shave Club. They'll bring razors right to your door. All you have to do is pay them $3 a month. It's $1 a month for the razors, $2 a month for shipping. You can upgrade and get the better ones. I did. I love them. I have the best ones you can get from there. And again, it's all online. All the information available at dollarshaveclub.com/radio. Today we're going to talk about this. Union City, New Jersey. Troy Harris needed to be in court to face sentencing for auto theft. Unfortunately, he didn't have a way to get there. So he improvised. Guess what he did?
Stole a car.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
This car thief stole another car. Drove to the courthouse. But a tipster called the cops to alert them. He was arrested when he arrived. He won't be stealing any cars anytime soon because he got 6 months in jail for the first offense. And he'll probably get another 6 months or more for that second offense.
Oh, man.
Police officers in 2 cars fired more than 20 rounds at each other after mistaking each other's vehicles for stolen patrol cars. There was nobody was hurt, thank goodness. It happened Tuesday when a bicycle patrol officer in downtown Seattle reported a stolen patrol vehicle. A police car pursued it but lost sight of the stolen vehicle after stopping briefly at an intersection to check for other vehicles. That's when the other police car pulled up, mistaking the other one for the stolen one. He rammed him. The officers inside thought they were being attacked by the stolen car. They started firing at each other. 3 officers, 2 in one car, 1 in another, fired more than 20 rounds before they discovered, wait a minute, we're good guys. But you guys are also good guys. So they had this shootout going on the city streets in Seattle. And then somebody finally realized, wait a minute, we're all good guys. We're on the same team. Let's go after the bad guys now.
Wow.
That would be really tough. I am so glad that there are people that sign up to be police officers, and I'm not one of them, because I would not be good under those kind of conditions. You have 2 brothers that do that.
Yeah.
I could not. And hats off to them. And I've got 3 brother-in-laws that are police officers, and I love them all dearly. And hats off to you guys for being able to do that. I couldn't. No way I could. So thank you for your service to our country in that way. Time to say goodbye again, Heidi.
Goodbye again, Heidi.
That's going to do it for your bonus break, brought to you by Dollar Shave Club. You can learn more at dollarshaveclub.com/radio.